Greetings and such, so forth and whatnot. I guess I'm live. Have to check again just to make sure everything's working. Greetings and such. Close enough. Yeah, it'll have to do. Where the hell is the stupid chat thing? There it is. About the chat. Hey, same old bullshit. Anyway, just thought I'd do comments from the very annoying, incredibly annoying, and I have to do the screen share. Let's not forget that. And hide this and get rid of this. Pretty much. Well, I could just double click it. Close enough to gotten rid of. All right, so there was some comments by the mindless one, so I guess we'll just go over those real quickly and just be done with it. I mean, I keep asking him, just go away, forget it. We can't communicate. You want to do this minutia shit. You want to ignore the big picture, the obvious glaring points that I have made about the flaws in the conventional notions. And you want to pretend this is about some minutia detail about how you say a stupid word, or, what the time code is on some dopey video. And it's just such a crock of shit. All right, so let's see. Save the link. I gave the link. Okay, here we go. But you clicked on the timestamp. That's right. You can see in the video that I looked at it, and I saw that it was a URL for the time code that was not the same video as I was watching. So I assumed the time code was for the video in the thing. So, you can see me looking at the link. So again, just more nitpicky bullshit. You clicked on the time code and the link got to the wrong video. Yeah, well, that's YouTube's business. I mean, you could just post a link to the time coded video. You can add the little T equals bullshit, Q equals whatever. You add it to the fucking video, then it's already time stamped, and you don't need to say what time it is. You just say at this point in the video, and then you provide the link, and it's already got the timestamp built into the link. Now, you could have done that. But instead, you fucking, again, obsess about bullshit. How did you not realize you didn't click the link? I did realize I didn't click the link. I wanted to get to the timestamp. So I clicked the timestamp because I thought it was the right URL, because it wasn't the URL for the video that we were on. So I said, well, it has to be what URL could it possibly be? It must be the video related, right? It's not my problem that YouTube puts an anonymous video in its place. And then you blame me. Well, I blame you because, like I said, if you knew what you were doing, then you would have posted the whole link with the timestamp built in, and then you wouldn't have two links. You'd have one link because you didn't realize you clicked the wrong thing. Again, yes, I'm an idiot for clicking the timestamp, the thing that would take me to the right location. It would be stupid of me to go to the video and then have to jump ahead, where sometimes it won't even play a video when you're jumping that far ahead. So fuck you. The link had Stephen Coda's comments in the chat, and it doesn't matter. We've already established, you've admitted that his comments could be misunderstood. You've already admitted that. Maybe people don't even understand what he was saying. You said something like that. You've already conceded that point, and you've already illustrated you've already brought back my memory that what he said was something like, if you have a speed of light that's slower than instantaneous, the force can't work. That was essentially his argument, that somehow without instantaneous events, the gravity will be lagging behind where things would be. That kind of idiotic argument. And I've already explained how that can't be the problem in this case many times in videos. So you're just being redundant and anal. I don't know. You were going to click the number. I didn't know either. You're the one who posts shit. I'm supposed to react to it, on the fly. And you're blaming me because, oh yeah, what an idiot. He clicked on the timestamp because it actually had a whole URL and it wasn't the video I was on. So I assumed it was the video that the link was tied to. I didn't know YouTube puts random videos in the timestamp. All right. No one is saying that. No one is saying, in capitals, that the gravity force would miss. That's what he was saying. Yes, it was. He was saying somehow gravity can't work. That's what his argument was, motherfucker. And you keep rephrasing it, but that's what he was saying. It can't work for this reason. And I was explaining how, yeah, it can work. You're just not thinking of it right, fuckhead. I was explaining how no one is saying that. Well, you're saying it and he's saying it. So again, why are we talking about it except because you think it's a problem somehow when it's not a problem? And I've already explained why it's not a problem. So this is all your anal bullshit. A huge fucking useless distraction. I've explained how this aberration problem isn't a problem. It's listed on the Wikipedia page about mock gravity that this is one of its problems. Well, it's obviously not a problem if you understand the inverse square law and that the force is being spread over the entire dimension. That's why there's two dimensions. It's being spread over the two dimensions. That's why it's an R squared. Fuckheads. So it's obviously not an issue. You don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, it's exactly. I know exactly what you're saying. What you're saying is I'm an anal kook. And I'm going to keep obsessing about bullshit that doesn't make any difference. And supposedly you're making counter arguments. Well, already, yes, I did make them. I've clearly just pointed them out. I just did it again, pointing out how gravity takes a force going this way and it basically spreads it going this way and going this way. And by spreading it, that causes the inverse square law, you dumb fuck. All right. How is this fair? This is ridiculous. Right, and I've asked you just to go to fuck away because obviously we can't fucking communicate. I've clearly answered the problem. It's not a fucking issue. I've disposed of it entirely numerous fucking times. And just like the fucking goddamn relativity bullshit where I just keep pointing out, well, your whole theory is based on the premise that perpendicular isn't a reality, that nothing happens perpendicularly when you're moving, that everything shoots ahead and that it goes a longer distance in the same amount of fucking time. That's your dopey fucking theory. Okay, fine. I can't prove that can't happen, but it doesn't happen, I don't think. There's no logical reason to believe that's what fucking happens. And you won't let it go. You lunatic. You're not using the word aberration correctly. Yeah, I am. So again, another accusation by you with no evidence. There'll be no evidence that I'm using it incorrectly. No evidence whatsoever. And you still want a physicist to sit down with you? No, I don't want him to sit anywhere. I want a physicist to answer my fucking questions. That's what I want, fuckhead. And that doesn't take any kind of diplomatic bullshit. We don't have to sign many treaties or do any kind of bullshit. He just fucking listens to the questions and then he fucking answers them. Not very fucking complicated. Fucking weasel. I would be doing it if somebody was challenging my theory with questions. I would answer the fucking questions. But you cunts don't do that. You premise your questions with some authoritative statement. It's been proven fact that a particle theory can't explain the two-slit experiment. It's proven that no particle theory could ever explain it. No such thing was ever proven. No such thing was even worked on. And yet you cunts say that kind of shit. Absolute fucking shit. You say something's been proven when it hasn't even been demonstrated with one iota of evidence. Do you know what an iota is, fucking cunt? You must. You're an anal kook. At 7:35, you click the timestamp. Oh, so he's still going on. So in the second comment, he's doing the same bullshit all over again. But not the link. And ended up on the wrong video. Oh, well, gee, that's my fault. There's a timestamp. I clicked on it. It had a link. I clicked on it. That's my fault. Fuck you. It's your fault. Post one link. Post the link and talk about the time. Just say, at this time, at this period in the video, and then you post the link to the video with the timestamp included, dope. I had to check whether I put the correct link, and I did. You misclicked the wrong part. So again, he's up same exact fucking thing. So he sends a separate comment saying exactly the same fucking bullshit. I mean, does this guy love to stick his finger in his ass and then out of his ass and then back in his ass and then out of his ass? I mean, fuck you. and then you talk about how wrong, how the wrong video, talk about the wrong video, and you blame me. No, all I did was say, well, if this is your argument, clearly I'm making a very good point here about how this relativity shit is nonsense, that there's two gimmicks that are used. So why don't you just answer the gimmick question? Why do photons not be affected by the inverse square law? Why do photons be allowed to think they're getting more gravity, and that gets them more gravity, just so they can get more sun by just thinking I'm getting more sun. I'm thinking I'm getting more sun, therefore I'm getting more sun. Oh, yeah, does it work that way? I can make the light twice as bright by thinking the light's twice as bright? That's bullshit physics, frankly. Not showing the relevant part and showing anything at all. And it doesn't, again, this is all moot because you've already admitted his comment could be misinterpreted, that it was not exactly clear and precisely stated. You've already conceded the argument here. So what are we arguing about any of this crap for anyway? Because you've already conceded it. And I'll frankly assert, now that my memory's refreshed, that the guy was making a statement. He was saying, I say it can't work because of this reason. He was asserting something. He wasn't making a question or politely asking. No, he wasn't saying, can you explain? No, he was asserting a fact, fuckhead. A fact that isn't fucking true. Oh, this was the link. So here he is, posted it again. Oh, he's just such an obsessive. See, what you do is you put the timestamp right after that. Or those little squigglies. Right after that, you put another Q. I think Q is what they use, equals, and then you can do another one of these things, and then another Q equals, you know, so you go Q equals, and it's like, I think it's T, no, Q, T, and then the equal sign, and then you put the time code. You can click on the video that gives you the link at the Pacific time code. I'll show you. Okay, should I show you how it works? I'll show you how it works. Fucking dumb cunt. All right, so it was like 1:09 or some kind of dopey number like that. Oh, so this is the comment. What is this now? We did not find the results for in Mendham. This is funny. In Mendham, this is funny. You take what other people say. So this is some other link. You take what other people say without fully understanding them. So he's saying this again. And then go all over the place and counter arguments, apply. What is this? What is this horse shit? This is actually immoral. You don't make any fair representation. This is so these are more assertions with fucking no evidence. You don't know what the word aberration refers to. Well, again, another assertion that you won't back up with any evidence. But still, you want physicists or anyone. This is just the same comment you posted on my video. What the fuck is this shit? This is some kind of weird Yahoo thing. Okay. Somewhere the link got fucked up. So I'll try to grab the link again because it grabbed the wrong link, apparently. Jesus. It's right here. So I grab the link and I say copy, right? Copy. Copy the fucking link. Now paste it into the location bar, please. Paste. Now I hit the arrow because you can't hit the refresh button. I mean, this is Firefox. It's gotten so well. YouTube. I mean, Google, Chrome is just as bad. You post a link in, and you can't activate the link unless you hit the enter key. I mean, it's retarded. Is floating. That doesn't make sense. All right, so that's where I left the video myself. The last time I played it. All right, so we want to go to, I think, 1:09 or something. Minute 8:20 is good enough, if that's my recollection.
So there's not much I can say.
More volume, please. This is such a wasted fucking time.
Yeah, but the orthodoxy in physics is just it's silly.
I
mean, there's a couple of them.
Let's see if they have a fucking timestamp.
But they admit it like a joke.
All right, this is the link. and the time was written in the comment. Well, I don't know.
Thinks that, 1/3 thinks that.
I'm not going back to what comment. Where's the timestamp? So now he doesn't even provide the timestamp.
The other guy thinks it's the reading our mind. The other guy thinks that.
Okay, so now at 1:13. Okay, so let's go to 1:13. This 109 is not shit.
Faster than light, umbilical cord between them. I mean, it's just kind of solidifies the deal. Oh,
asshole.
People. Yet, on top of their crackpot theories, at the same time physicists are doing this, we can't really know anything crap that people are buying into. I hear that argument constantly now.
So we're at 1:13.
Well, obviously there's devils in the details, and there's some of the details we don't know. But yeah, I would argue the big picture is really knowable.
So what's it? This isn't anything. I mean, you're just retarded. Okay, we'll give it a little.
We can see the horse's ass quite well.
2:13.
We don't have to smell every little.
1:13.
No, it's a horse's ass. Hey Gary, when you finish my thesis on euphemism, are you changing the subject again?
All right. So he says at 1:13:20, you say you didn't demonstrate any rudeness at all.
Channel.
I don't know. So now he's talking about the other video.
Could be a new post.
Oh, this guy is just impossible. You fucking cunt. I mean, you're just such a lunatic. So you're all anal about posting these time codes, then you don't post them in the fucking comments. So now I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. You fucking piece of shit. All right, anyway. Seriously, do people not see this? Yes, exactly. Why is this acceptable? I've asked you to leave at least 100 times now. At least, right? 100 times I've told you, just fuck off. All right? We can't communicate, you little anal putts. All right? You're insane. All right? I've responded to the fucking rational questions you've asked when you've asked them in some sort of reasonable manner. And I've countered your fucking bold assertions that you back up with not a shred of fucking evidence. All right? And you just persistently waste my fucking time. And that's all you're doing. You're a fucking troll. All right. You say you didn't demonstrate any rudeness at all, but you clicked on the wrong link. So again, I clicked on the wrong link. I click on a time code you provided. You wrote it, so it has 2 links. I didn't write it that way. I didn't post it that way. I wouldn't be that fucking stupid. Jesus. I didn't know you were going to. So he says it again. Again, he says the same fucking thing. Well, guess what? I didn't know either. You can clearly see it. It's screen captured. I moused over the links and I said, well, this one doesn't have a time code on it. I looked at the time code and it was a different link. And I said, okay, that's probably the right video, but it's not the video I'm actually making. See, sometimes if you post a time code and it just arbitrarily ends up being in the video that you're referencing, not the, the video you're in, rather the video you're referencing. And so that's the danger. So I made sure it wasn't the video I was actually making. So I'm saying, well, why wouldn't the time code be related to the link right next to it? So I figured it was. And it just happened to be that it wasn't. So that's not my fucking fault, idiot. All right. God, you're just amazing. I can't control what you click. Well, but you can sure as fuck whine about it for 17 million years. I mean, you little fucking whiny kook. It's clear I didn't do anything deliberate, you dumbass. I attempted to find your fucking reference. That's what I attempted to fucking do, retard. I didn't attempt to do anything else, you dumb fuck. And here you are, anal again. In a minute, this isn't funny. No, it isn't funny that I've asked you to go the fuck away over and over and over again. You've made at least 25 sock accounts to keep harassing me with this bullshit minutia. And it's over now. This is the end of it. I'm just not going to. I'm going to block and delete every fucking thing you post with anything that says mindless fuckhead on it. I'm done with you. Fuck off. You take what other people say. Why don't you just make a fucking video and then I'll play your motherfucking cunt Weasley videos? Your fucking comments obviously don't do it. You can't make a decent fucking argument. You take other people, what other people say without fully understanding them. Well, again, that's my fault, huh? I sit there and read their bullshit fucking nonsense. I clearly understand when they're making assertions. I can clearly read when they say it's been proven that a particle theory can't explain. I can see what they're writing, and I have a right to respond to it like, well, what the fuck? Where did you become the authority, dumb fucking cunt? How do you fucking know they did every experiment? And then go all over the place with counter arguments. I didn't go anywhere but to the fucking point you were making, and I attempted to illustrate it 4 million times with different fucking analogies and Mr. Spock. And this, I attempted to explain to you that the force goes in one way and it can come out either one of these ways, percentage-wise. As long as it has the component of this direction, it can have lots of other components as well. And that's how gravity fucking works, you fucking douche. So don't say I wasn't on the subject. I was right on the subject, explaining to you how aberration doesn't mean fucking anything. It's nonsense. Somebody who doesn't understand physics gets fooled by that bullshit. Okay. Then go all over the place with counter arguments that don't apply. Yeah, no, my arguments apply. Your assertions don't. Your assertion that aberration means something else in this context. Go ahead and show me the context where it means something else. Go to the fucking mock gravity page and look up aberration is one of the reasons why they say mock gravity fails. And I've just pointed out how that argument fails because of the inverse square law, because they don't even understand how the fucking inverse square law works. You dumb cunt. You're supposed to be the one advocating that people should clean their shit up. Where the hell did I do that? I'm saying that if you want me to be able to respond to it, then you're going to have to say it well enough that I can understand it. If you can't do that, then that's bad on you. So why do you do this? That's the question. Yes, why am I allowing you to waste my fucking time? That's the good question. Because you're making assertions, and I have a right to defend myself against assholes making assertions that they don't back up with any fucking evidence. And that's all you fucking do is make assertions with no fucking evidence. This is actually immoral. So is that. You don't make any fair representation. No, you're the one without the fair representation. You don't know what the word aberration refers to. So again, this assertion. What? I just told you where to go find the word. Go look up Lesage gravity and go look up mock gravity. You'll find the word aberration used as some sort of argument against. But you still want a physicist or someone reasonable to answer your questions and sit. I don't want them to sit with me. So that's another pile of shit. I want them to answer my fucking questions. And any douchebag can do that. If some asshole makes an accusation about, my mother was a whore, then I can make a counter argument explaining how now she really didn't have time for that. I can do my counter argument. So why can't physics counter argue? Are they all so fucking lame? They can't show up to the argument at all? The questions are polite. The questions don't insult their mothers. The questions are quite obvious. Well, it's the wrong shape motherfucking lens. Why don't you explain to me how the lens in the backward position works? When you're done, when you've done less than the minimum of your required homework. So another accusation by this douchebag. No, I've done plenty. I'm the one who's discovered that the interferometer might be fundamentally, from the very day it was invented, flawed as a goddamn fucking experiment, that they didn't really understand what was going on anyway, that it's all internal light reflection, has nothing at all to do with combining photons and creating interference patterns. That's all a crock of fucking goddamn shit. So I'm the one that has done the homework. You're on the team that hasn't done any of your homework. You're the one that hasn't explained how half silvering a mirror doesn't create a bunch of little slits that end up diffracting the light. You haven't explained how that isn't the fucking truth. You just keep evading the fucking question. You keep evading the point that's been fucking raised, you fucking weasel. Need to even understand what others say. So again, you don't need any understanding. There's a simple point. If I half silver this thing and I shine light through the little tiny holes that I've created, how does it not diffract the light? Isn't the rule of quantum mechanics it has to diffract the light? It has to spread the light. There's no alternative but for it to spread the fucking light. Isn't that the fucking law of the fucking goddamn theory? Why don't you just answer the question? Yes or fucking no? Is that the fucking theory or not? Does the fucking theory say that a single photon splits into two wave functions and those wave functions interfere with each other? Or does it say that two individually different photons can somehow interfere with each other? What's the fucking theory? Why don't you say yes or no to one of those? Which one is the accurate interpretation of quantum mechanics? That two separate photons can somehow interfere with each other? Or that it has to be an individual photon that splits into wave functions and the wave functions interfere with each other? Which is the truth, motherfucker? Answer the fucking simple fucking goddamn question. You weasel. All right. I mean, really, if you can't answer the question, you really have no right to harass me on any of these subjects. If you can't defend your physics, I have no obligation to defend mine to you. Okay, when you're done, okay, I've done plenty of homework. To even understand what others say. So again, another assertion. It seems clear you can't understand an explanation when it's been provided to you. You stupid fuck. You somehow think that because the sun's moving, the earth isn't moving with it. You think lots of wacky, stupid, retarded shit. All right, you don't click on the link. So here he goes with the link again, which doesn't redirect to the video. And that's, again, it's clearly in the video. You can see me mouse over them, looking at the fucking link they go to. The timestamp had a video it was going to. It wasn't the video we were currently producing, so I rationally assumed it must be the video that's in the link. You dumb shit. You don't click on, I mean, it's just amazing, which doesn't redirect to the video. And then you blame me. Again, I didn't even blame you. I went to the video, and then you later informed me it's not the right video. You didn't inform me in the chat that it's the wrong video, you stupid cunt. I didn't know it was the wrong video, shit. I didn't blame you for anything. I just pointed out how, shit, I don't see anything wrong here. And I still can't find what was wrong because I go to your damn video a second time, and now there's no time code. You fucking retard. Not showing anything. I'm sure the link didn't show anything. Again, as we've already established by your own words, his comment was misinterpretable. You've conceded that point, and I clearly remember it being an assertion of a fact. He was asserting something. He wasn't questioning something. He wasn't asking something. He was making an assertion. Okay, when the link that the comment showed that you called someone an idiot and did not represent them accurately when they were not rude. So again, you're saying it's not rude for somebody to make an assertion. It's easily provable and dismissible. So when somebody says it's been proven, I'm not allowed to say it's really offensive for you to say you've proven something when you fucking goddamn haven't. That's really offensive to me because you're wasting my fucking time. So when you say something's been proven beyond all reasonable contention, and then I go look and I find out, no, there's perfectly reasonable ways to contend this. This isn't proven at all. There's not even anything close to a pile of evidence. There's a little tiny minuscule bit of evidence. You don't think wasting my time, I should be offended by people who waste my fucking time? So if you're going to make a bold assertion, then you have to have the evidence, right? Bold assertions should need bold evidence. They need big evidence, hard evidence, substantial evidence. Bold assertions with weak, minor, tiny, minuscule evidence is wasting people's fucking goddamn time. Big setup for nothing. So fuck you, you rude piece of fucking shit. And here he goes again. More sock accounts. I ask you politely, fuck off. And you won't do it. You're just going to keep harassing me. So again, where do I draw the fucking line and say we are done? You dumb cunt. I'm asking you, leave me the fuck alone. You're wasting my fucking time. You can't make your arguments in any kind of civil, decent manner. You keep making assertions for what you do not prove, and I'm done with it. Keep doing it, and like I said, I'm just going to drop the hammer, and it's going to be nothing, okay? You can make all the sock accounts you fucking want. I'm just going to fucking delete them as soon as they show up, you fucking cunt. You must be high on starch. Whatever. So more, oh, that's so interesting. Gee, that's so on the subject. Oh, that's such a great response to the points I've made. No, it's fucking irrelevant garbage, you fucking ignorant cunt. Jesus Christ. You are a brash motherfucking mosh man. Well, whatever. Doesn't matter what I am. The point is I'm making fucking arguments. The lens is the wrong fucking shape. Counter that argument with some kind of reasoning. Okay, your questions have... Oh, so here we go again. My questions have already been answered in previous videos. And where are the answers? This is just so fucking amazing. The comment section is fucking empty on the goddamn videos. You can type all this tripe in here. You can do all the tripe everywhere else. You can keep making these assertions, and yet you never fucking post the fucking answers that you say you've provided. You have not provided any fucking goddamn answers. I haven't pushed anything under the motherfucking rug. These are all open fucking rooms. You could post your fucking evidence right here. Your fucking links to the fucking evidence right here. Where's your fucking evidence? You haven't answered fucking goddamn shit that I haven't fully responded to. You fucking lying piece of fucking cunt shit. God damn. Let's see. You unblocked. I can say to you whatever I want. Again, irrelevant. Go ahead. Just ask me to block you. Fine. I won't read the rest of your comments. Fine. That's the way you want it. That's the way you have it. Jesus Christ. So now he posts a link to the Wikipedia page I've already seen that has the word aberration on. Well, it did in the past anyway. What are you posting this link for? You think I haven't read the Lesage Theory of Gravitation wiki page? Well, newsflash, I have. I actually attempted to post some relevant links on it, and I got into a whole big controversy there because they deleted all the links just to delete my links. There's a whole history with Wikipedia, the lying scumbags. But the point is one of the reasons listed is aberration. One of the reasons listed why particle gravity couldn't work is that the particle somehow wouldn't hit the thing going back and forth because they don't understand the inverse square law. So what are you posting the same fucking thing over again for? How is this a relevant link? The whole Wikipedia page on Lesage gravity. How is this relevant? So here he goes. He's saying exactly the same thing I've already fucking refuted. There is a time delay in the interactions between bodies. And again, I've already pointed out, if the body's moving this way, right, it's moving, let's say, all right, and so its location is changing. And I'm interacting, oh, here, it's over here, and that's where I'm interacting with it when it's over here. And now it's moved over here by the time the gravity reflects and comes back. Well, as I've already pointed out to you, the gravity is being spread over the entire fucking dimension. Both of them. That's the inverse square law. So the gravity coming back is coming back here. It's 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 going to every single one of those locations. So no matter where the fuck this thing moves, the gravity created is going to hit here. And the reason why it's 4 times weaker for half the distance, the reason why it gets incredibly weak over distance, you dumb motherfucker, is for that very fucking reason, you stupid dumb cunt. I keep pointing out how the inverse square law is physics. I mean, it is the most important thing you can understand about physics, and that's what it does. The inverse square law means that instead of 100% of the energy going back and forth between me and the thing that's moving, okay, no, only 2% of the fucking force gets to me. And only 2% gets back to this location, and 2% goes here, and 2% goes here, and 2%. It's only a tiny percentage of the actual force that goes right back to the object, you dumb motherfucker. That's why it gets so weak with distance, you dumb cunt. And I've said it over and over again. It's a non-fucking issue. Okay. I just can't believe he's quoting this fucking shit. It says, you're done here. You're just fucking done. I mean, I spent all last night arguing with you this shit. I've explained it over and over again how this is not a fucking issue for the very reason of the existence of the inverse square law. The inverse square law is a consequence of the very thing that doesn't make this relevant. That means that there is no such thing as an aberration problem. You fucking cunt. In the case of orbital motion, the results of each body reaching to a retarded position of the other, which creates a leading force component. And again, there is no such thing because it's a fucking spherical emission. It's coming out of the entire spherical dimension. this way and this way. You dumb, stupid fuck. All right. Contrary to the drag effect, this component will act to accelerate both objects away from each other. Completely nonsense. What else? I did not concede anything when I said maybe Stefan didn't get it. Oh, I acknowledged that I couldn't read minds perfectly. Well, whatever you're doing, it's over. We're done with this nonsense. I have explained it over and over again. You're too stupid to understand basic physical mechanics. Just fuck off. Well, I hope your day is all right so far before having to deal with this shit, Gary. Well, whatever. My days all suck. What's physics? Oh, fuck you. Jeez, I'll just keep blocking fuckers. Don't waste my time with stupid shit. Thank you. Go ask that to some idiot who could give a fuck about stupid, retarded questions. Tequila dude. Okay, more bullshit. Die of tequila poisoning, preferably. Ugh, fucking assholes. All right, there. I think we're done here. Yeah, so I'll give you a few more minutes in case anybody has anything relevant to say on the subject of gravity having some sort of problem because stuff speeds away from the gravity. Somehow it escapes the gravity. Oh, I was here and all the gravity is here and there's no gravity over here, so I'm now over here and there is no gravity over here because gravity doesn't go everywhere. No, it only goes to these specific locations. Fucking retards. Yeah, it's much nicer now. Yeah, it's always better alone, I find. Humans just ruin everything. All right. Also, pixels are controlling the gravity going in specific areas instead of everywhere. Also, pixies are controlling the gravity going to specific areas instead of everywhere. That makes more sense. I don't know what that even means, but look, it's not unreasonable for them to think that if you're absorbing a force in a specific direction, a vector, that whatever opposite reaction is supposed to somehow be in the right direction, but obviously it isn't. It's just, look, it's like I've used the space shuttle as an example, right? It has a coned nozzle, and what is that cone nozzle doing, right? It's tungsten. It's made out of the strongest shit they can make it out of. All right, for one reason, because what they're going to do is they're going to convert expansion in this direction and expansion in this direction into expansion in that direction. So it's going to take direction going one way and it's going to convert it into direction going another way. And that's all that this happening was when two bodies are moving towards each other, the gravity is being interpreted by the material body. It comes in this direction and it can come out in any one of these directions that has a component in that direction. It just has to have a component in the right direction. It doesn't have to be entirely in the right direction. It just has to be towards it. Just anywhere. It doesn't have to be straight back. It can be anywhere towards it. And it's exactly why gravity gets weak. Again, they don't even, it's so obvious. Gravity gets incredibly weak. These forces all get incredibly weak with distance. And the very reason they get incredibly weak with distance is because the force is spreading. It's the very reason. How big would that tungsten cone be for us to be able to observe anything? I don't even know what that means. It's not expansion of space, it's expansion of force. Small atoms atoms taking up a small profile of space are converted into atoms taking up much more space. They're more repulsive. Okay, so more electrons, you could argue, are placed on the surface. So there's more pressure pushing the bits apart. So they take up more space. So that's the energy that the space shuttle is taking advantage of. It's taking advantage of the fact that you start off with little atoms and you make them into kind of fat atoms. So they're not heavier, they're just have more volume. So the atoms take up more space. There's not more space created. There's just atoms taking up more space. Clearly, part of the reason why they take up more space is because of all the heat that's been let loose because of the chemical transition lets loose a bunch of free bits in the form of radiation, in the form of electrons, ions, and photons. And they're making everything more, they're putting more pressure between the atoms. And so the atoms are pushing away from each other and they're expanding. But that's the energy is circular, spherical. When it comes out of the space shuttle, it's spherical energy. It's both going both ways. Okay, and they kind of have to manipulate it to give it a bias. So more of it goes one way and the other way rather than all ways. And that's how they improve the efficiency of the rocket engine, is to try to force more of the expansion in a particular direction. And so that's why they use a cone on the nozzle. For an atom to take up more space, wouldn't that require electrons to be far from the nucleus? Well, again, it just requires, yes, and that happens, right? Some atoms are bigger than other atoms. It depends on the arrangement. So the electrons are further from the nucleus in some atoms than they are in other atoms. But more to the point, there's more free energy. There's more energy between the atoms, and that energy is bouncing off the electrons, the photonic energy, which is electron energy. So it's making the electrons more repulsive, which is pushing the atoms further apart. Well, there's no reason for it to push to any specific direction until something blocks its path. Well, there's no reason for it to push into any specific direction until something blocks its path. Well, of course, that's the whole point. What's blocking its path is the shuttle in one direction and the atmosphere in the other direction. And the cone is, again, trying to capitalize on the problem and convert sideways energy into that away energy. Yeah, well, it all gets kind of complicated. I mean, the real expansion takes place before it even gets to the nozzle, a big piece of the expansion. But, that's the main acceleration. So most of the energy doesn't have to be directed by the nozzle because most of it is shooting out so fast. It's, it's sort of like the two slit experiment. Most of the light, or the single slit, most of the light goes through the middle. But there's a whole bunch of it that's going these other directions. Unfortunately, yeah, YouTube's going to get rid of the private message function July 6th or something, or whatever the hell it is. So you won't be able to PM anybody anymore, which is sort of irritating. Not that I use the PM feature very much, but it was kind of useful for sending, links or something else to somebody who actually had, to their actual YouTube account. So at least you could be sure they weren't an asshole, because now you're kind of stuck, because now I have to say, well, you have to give me an email address or something. It's kind of, not much of a system, but I don't see a reason to get rid of it. So they're really getting lazy at YouTube. I mean, it's just, I don't get the whole Discord thing, frankly. I just don't get it. I'm just saying, if you wanted to contact somebody, make sure you were contacting the actual person that has a YouTube account. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, somebody could send me an email and say, "Hey, I'm Jim from YouTube," and I could say, "How the hell do I know?" So at least if the PM system made it some way where I could verify that's who it is. It just creates another problem with, verifying identity. Maybe if there was an easy way to include evidence. I am indeed the owner of this channel. Yeah, well, I'm just saying that, it just seems like you should have some way to verify. And it just seems that they're taking away the only way you could verify somebody's identity. I mean, even if I asked you, like if I said, okay, well, post, a comment and give me your email address. So first you have to out your email, which is sort of bullshit. But you could just give me a fake email address, right? You give me anybody's email address and I could send the link to that person. And so it could still be a troll. But I mean, you would have to be a troll also. You'd have to be in on it. Yeah, they all have one, but that isn't made visible. You don't get to see their email address, I don't think. I've never stumbled upon somebody else's YouTube email. Yeah, so that's probably part of the problem, right? They can't out the email address, because then all the people they blocked would be sending them all kinds of crap, and be bad news. I mean, it's good that you're thinking of ways around it. I appreciate that. I mean, it'd be nice. Somebody will probably figure out a way around it. I'm just saying it was just a handy feature to be able to establish that somebody was who they said they were. That's all. So it just seems like we've lost that feature. Apart from YouTube and emails, what do you use? Oh, I have a Skype account, but I ignore it quite regularly. I really don't want to communicate with people. I mean, I feel bad for people because they really want to be my friend and all that kind of crap. But people drain the guts out of me. they just end up being a worry, I mean, if you know just a little bit about somebody, then all of a sudden you start caring and worrying about them. And it's I can't take on any more crap. I got enough crap in my own brain to deal with. I just can't do other people's crap. I could do better than I'm doing. I could admit that. I could be at least a little bit responsive, or I could just at least placate them and just say something nice like, "Oh yeah, 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 you're special." Now, I'm just a little busy right now, or something. I could make excuses, and I don't even do that. So, I have to. I'm just saying, if there was some trick to not caring, I'd like to know what the trick is, because I don't understand how to play that life that way. It's like if a cat comes to your door whining for food, it's not exactly like a fuck you. you know, I just no good at the fuck you to the real need. I'll say fuck you to assholes. I mean, if a cat shows up and he's throwing poo at my window, well, yeah, I'll say fuck you to him. Remember some guy called Karong did have a nice phone call with you, apparently, though. Well, I've had lots of interesting phone calls, frankly, but everybody always turns into an asshole. There's one guy who's been calling me a few times, and then he's started going on this whole tripe about how the Holocaust is propaganda. And I'm like, okay, look, some of it's overstated. Okay, I'll concede some points, but he just wouldn't let it go. It's like he wanted to just say it was all fake, and it's just like, I got no patience for this shit. Yes, it is a problem. Just there's shit everywhere. You can throw it without even trying. Wheel spins in it and throws it. Whole world's made out of bullshit. Bullshitters. Yes, I've had a few. I mean, people with issues. So they do show up every now and then, and some of them scare the fuck out of me, actually, because it's like, I think he has a plan. I'll kill Gary and be famous. Some kind of, it's a little worrisome. But what are you going to do? Like I said, I empathize with people's condition. I'm, as one of the dysfunctional, I know the feeling. So, you know, but yeah, it is a little disconcerting when, you know, yeah, it's a little bit spooky. But it does teach you a lot about people and schizophrenia and all kinds of different disorders. How people can just, it's like they can get 95% of reality, they can do okay. And there's just this 5% that they can't get it right at all. I mean, it's just completely wrong and upside down. And you're like, man, that is so interesting. How it's like the hard drive works, except there's little 5% of the hard drive that just turns everything into absolute shit and junk. And as soon as anything gets into that section, they just, no. They just can't grasp reality. Yeah, so that would be fine. And giving me fair notice is always helpful, also. A little bit of, let me know you're coming and such. Yeah, well, it's only 40 miles away from New York, 35, something like that. Depends on which part of New York, I guess. But yeah, it's just an hour's drive. Well, 40 minutes, whatever. I used to go into New York when I was a kid a couple times a year, but I haven't been there in 30 years. Went to a couple of baseball games in the old Yankee Stadium. And I had some of those really bad seats, you know, the ones where the big cement column is right in front of you. So it's really cool. Like you see a little bit of the outfield and you can see some people over there, but yeah, you really can't see the game at all. And so it was kind of fun. Is a foul ball coming? Going to hit us? I don't know. Can't see anything. You just don't know what's going on. So you just eat junk food for a couple hours and say the hell with it. I really didn't pay any attention to sports anyway. So even when as a kid, I didn't know who the Yankees. I didn't know who was playing. I didn't know who anybody was. I just was totally oblivious. I went to a basketball game once, and I didn't even know. I had never even seen basketball. I was like, "Oh, what you just keep going back and forth? Is that how it works?" Wow, that's kind of nutty. I mean, I was just so clueless. I couldn't imagine. I'm saying, how does this work out? You mean they do this shit for an hour and a half or whatever, going back and forth, and then one team wins 97-98? What the hell? What kind of dopey game is this? Yeah, so yeah, it's all free shit. Somebody else is paying, so I say, okay, I'll go, sure. I even got like a Babe Ruth. I went on bat day, so I got a free bat. I remember that was a good deal. It's really a nice Babe Ruth bat. I had that bat for a long time. I mean, when I got it, I was kind of a runty little kid. And it was almost way too heavy, but I grew into it, so it was a good bat. Yeah, they should paint murals on them. That would have been really nice if they would have painted something on them, because they were just gray and ugly. So it's like if they would have painted something on them, you could have, and then in modern day, they could have kept the old Yankee Stadium and just put TV screens on the pillars, and that would have been pretty cool. Little mini jumbo visions or something, and that would have worked. Yeah, well, the problem is sometimes the foul balls bounce off of something, and so you won't be able to know that it could bounce off and hit you. So that was the only catch. Because you just have no idea. You can't get, you have no idea whether you hear the crowd going, woo, and you don't, and they're going woo for like 80 feet, so you don't even really know where the ball's going. So it's just like, it's going to hit me in the back of the head. Where's it going? Yes, the invisible cloaks. The 400-pound, pixel screen. Yeah, I'm wearing a high definition screen suit. Anyway, this is a little bit off the subject, so I think it's time to retire. Go back to my activities and such. Looks like it's going to rain, which means I have to put all the plants away again. Fuck. Oh, the weather's just been sucky here. Just suck. Come on, radar. Oh, it's just a little tiny blob. Well, guess I won't panic yet. And that other one might come in. That other one's sneaking up behind it. Yeah, just so sick of this shit. Ugh. Fucking weather. Okay, let's see. Put on a column so people will see the pixels change. The guy swinging his bat. Yes. Yeah, just delay a vision. That would be pretty cool too. It could be like ghost baseball. All right. Well, anyway, until the next time and the such and so forth and the whatnot. All right. So I did something with my bar that matters here. I think this is it. Yes. So till the next time, we'll just move it around a little bit for fun. Have a little bit of fun. Fun. Oh, if Piero was here, he'd be so full of happiness. Look at that! It's multiverses! Multiverses! It's really like a 6-year-old. You know, you can just entertain him with anything. You know, scrape some gum off the sidewalk and he's happy. Ugh.